Yo, so Charlie, before we go deeper into today's discussion, I would like us to watch two videos, okay? One is coming from the Ugandan president on the response he gave to the US government when they told him to review the anti-gay bill he passed against the LGBTQ community. And they told him to review it and make it legal, and that when he doesn't do that, they are going to withdraw all the aid they've been giving to the US government. Now I want you to watch the response the Ugandan president gave to the US government, and also I'm also going to play a part of the video on the response that Addo gave to Kamala Harris when he came to Ghana to talk about human rights. Okay, now we all know the main aim, for the vice president of the United States of America in Ghana. Okay, these two videos is actually going to guide us a lot through the topic that we are going to discuss today. So watch this video.
When Uganda told Americans to fuck off and keep their aid to themselves.
We will continue to urge the government of Uganda to repeal this abhorrent law and to advocate for the protection of the universal human rights of LGBT persons in Uganda and around the world. What I can tell you about steps the United States might take in response is that we are undertaking a review of our relationship with Uganda in light of this decision.
But Museveni remains unperturbed.
The outsiders cannot dictate to us. This is our country, this is our society, it is our future, it is not anybody's future. And the outsiders will have to live with us, or if they don't want, they take their aid and we shall. Uganda is very rich, we don't need aid. In fact, aid is part of the problem.
Let me be clear about where we stand. First of all, for the American press who are here, you know that a great deal of work in my career has been to address human rights issues, equality issues across the board, including as it relates to the LGBT community. And I feel very strongly about the importance of supporting the freedom and supporting and fighting for equality among all people, and that all people be treated equally. I will also say that this is an issue that we consider, and I consider, to be a human rights issue, and that will not change.
Yes. What's the name?
Kano Youngs of the New York Times.
Zolan. Mr. Young, so thank you for the question. First of all, we don't have any such legislation here in Ghana. A bill has been proposed to the Parliament of Ghana, which has all kinds of ramifications, which is now being considered by the Parliament. It hasn't been passed, so the statement that there is legislation in Ghana to that effect is not accurate. No legislation. The bill is going through the Parliament. It's going through the Parliament. The Attorney General has found it necessary to speak to the committee about it regarding the constitutionality or otherwise of several of its provisions, and the Parliament is dealing with it. At the end of the process, I will come in. But in the meantime, the Parliament is dealing with it. And I have no doubt that the Parliament of Ghana will show, as it's done in the past, first of all, its sensitivity to human rights issues, as well as to the feelings of our population, and will come out with a responsible response to the proposed. The legislation was a legislation that is being provided as a private member's bill. This is not an official legislation of the government, but it is one that has been mooted by a handful of private members. So we will see what the final outcome of it. But my understanding from a recent discussion I had with the chairman of the committee, the substantial elements of the bill have already been modified as a result of the intervention of the Attorney General. We will see what the final outcome.
All right, so Charlie, we have two types of leaders. One is a revolutionist, a Pan-Africanist, and the other one is just a figment of his own image. You can balance the two videos and make that judgment for yourself. Now, it is true that the US government actually provide African countries, Ghana is part, okay, with a lot of AIDS, okay. They actually provide us with HIV/AIDS drugs. They actually provide, they help us with the COVID-19 vaccines and all that. They have stakeholders who are investing in the country to improve the economy of Ghana, okay. They trade with us, which help us to also generate some kind of revenue to help our economy grow. And so when we pass the anti-gay bill, they are actually going to withdraw or retrieve all this, help or all these aids that they are actually giving to us. That's the same thing they are going to do with Uganda. Okay, but that's when leadership comes in. That is where you people are there for us. We are the government. We put you in power. So any policies that you people make must go in favor of the masses. How many gay communities do we have in this country? The LGBT community, how many are they? Like, how many are they? The American government wants to impose, their type of democracies on us, forgetting that this is a sovereign country. They've been practicing democracies for the past 200 years, and even then, they are still going banter with the LGBTQ issue in their country. Even though it is legalized, they are still going banter with that. And they want us to accept something they feel like it is a human right in their country. They want us to accept it. How? If they truly believe in democracies, they truly believe in human rights, why don't they accept polygamy? Why don't they go to the Islam countries and tell them to also accept the LGBTQ laws? They can nowhere go near the Islam countries and talk about LGBTQ nonsense to them and tell them to make it legal in their country. They have no right to go there and tell that nonsense to them. But you see, we've sold our birthright, and we are just an open book to them, so they can actually do anything for us. You see, the Islamic countries, the Saudi Arabians and all that, they get no aid from anywhere. This is a country which is economically free. They have the financial freedom. So no, you dare not go and tell them to or impose your kind of democracies to them to practice it. You have no right. And Kamala Harris, with all due respect, we respect you a lot, but you have to also respect the rules and regulations of other sovereign countries. When you are talking, you made a statement that you don't give a damn about what people think about you or what the statement you are making, the statement you made. When you are talking, you said you give no damn about what people think about you. All you know is that you are interested in the human rights and whatsoever. You don't give a fuck about how people think. The same way, we also don't give a fuck about what you think. We don't tell you what to do in your country. We don't tell you what the policies you make in your country. We don't give a damn about it. Why do you give a shit about us? Before you put both religion to us, we are practicing our own type of religion already. Even the Bible that you people brought to us to practice is clear in the Bible. It's clear in our religion that this thing is ungodly. This thing is immoral. So why suddenly it has become some sort of human rights and you people are practicing it? We are not saying anything about you. You can go ahead and do all kind of nonsense and all that. But how dare you come and tell us to practice something which is new to us, something which is alien to our culture, which we believe is nonsense? Have you dealt with the economical challenges in your country? You people are owing the World Bank over $30 trillion. Over 30 million people have filed for unemployment. Look at the people sleeping outside in your country. Look at the economical challenges you are facing. Now in no time, the dollar will be an oblivion. The dollar will be a fleeting illusion. Look at the type of inflation which is going in your country. Have you dealt with the internal, problems in your country? You are so interested in other sovereign countries, the kind of policies we make, forgetting that we are sovereign countries. But because our leaders are so dumb, our leaders are so foolish, they have become a sellout. They go on a begging spree to you people and beg you for no coffee. So you people have the right, because we are open book, people have the right to talk all nonsense to us. Hey. Look at all this nonsense. We are sovereign countries and the black man is capable. You see, Nanado, I'm so disappointed in our president. This kind of president cannot be my president. This type of president cannot make policies for me to follow. This kind of president is nothing but a coward. Nanado, Nana Addo, he's just a figment of his own image. Okay, this is someone who I've never seen a president in the Fourth Republic who is such a coward like Nana Addo. They are so interested in going for begging spree and all that. So because they are going to withdraw their policies or the aid that they gave to us, so you don't know what to say. A president who cannot say yes or no, who cannot take a correct stance, cannot be my president. Okay, immorality has become the order of the day. Now when you want to raise other things, this white will be telling you nonsense. How do you know about human rights? A 9-year-old kid is in your country killing people. Now gun possession, gun has become relatively cheap that like every bro for America they have gun. Mass shooting, when you go to the clubhouse and you don't come home fast, before you know you are dead. The other day, a student just bagged into a classroom and killed 3 people, including the teacher, in America. And you are not even talking about that. How dare you? You want to impose sanction on us because you want to pass a bill which is actually going to regulate a correct and moral way for our sexual conduct. So guys, Charlie, let me end it here, you know. Can you subscribe to my channel to become part of this beautiful family? Until then, peace out.